Visit CCGCastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more. Hello and welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video we're looking at Legacy deck. So basically this is my Darkrai Legend box. So why Darkrai Legend box? Well, first of all, it's a box because I'm playing a lot of different attackers. As you can see, I have, of course, Darkrai EX with the Dark Cloak and Night Spear. I have Reshiram, so I can actually counter with the Outrage and Blue Flare those decks who actually runs Genesects. I also have Genesect EX with the Red Signal and Megalocanon. So basically with Genesect EX I can attack those Keldeos for the one-hit knockout. I also have Mewtwo EX, so I can battle against Mewtwo's. I have Sigilift for the Safeguard and Psychic. And also have that Keldeo, who also can use the attack pretty much only for the 50, but it's pretty much right here for the rush in retreat. And of course, Darkrai and Darkrai Legend. So if you're not familiar with this, you need to have both cards at the same time, pretty much in your hand, if you want to put it on the bench. And when you do that, getting knockout from Darkrai and Darkrai Legend, pretty much you will take one extra prize. So the same rules applies as for the EX. And basically we have two very good attacks. The first one is for 2 Darkness and 2 Color Synergies, Lost Crisis for 100. And pretty much it says that you can choose 2 energy attached to Darkrai and Darkrai Legend, put them into the loss zone. If any of your opponent's Pokemons will be knocked out from damage, basically put a Pokemon and all cards attached in the loss zone. So basically your opponent will not be able to use it. But pretty much I'm using this attack because of the Moons in white, which says move any damage counter from on your opponent's Pokemon to your other opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So basically, in my opinion, that Moons in white attack is very, very strong, and it can definitely bring you the knockout on one of your opponent benched Pokemons in play, because you can actually spread a lot of damage with the Night Spear because you're hitting for 90 and 30 to the bench. So in my opinion, it's very, very good. And as you can see, I have 19 Pokemons, 29 trainer cards, and 12 energies. Basically, with this deck, I have respond to almost every deck in the Legacy format, as I mentioned it earlier. So the main attacker would probably be a Darkrai EX. You can also play this deck as a speed version, but also you can control the game with those Darkrays, and also depend on the situation what your opponent play. You can add the second backup attacker like a Mewtwo or Genesect, or maybe even a Reshiram or Sigilift. Also, I have Sableye, so I can Confuse Ray or Junk Hunt, which is very good, running 2 of these. Also 3 copies of Dano, 1 Zwelos, and 2 Hydreigon's with the Dark Trance, which will allow you actually to move energies from one to your other Pokemon in play. And this is very important because you want to be able to attack with all of your Pokemons in play. And to be able to do that, you also have those blend energies who will provide 4 different types of energies. So you're 100% sure that you can actually use any of these attacks, like Megalocanon, like Blue Flare or Outrage, or even Mewtwo's Side Drive or X-Ball. Also 1 Reshiram for the backup support attack, same as the Genesect EX. Jirachi EX is right here just for the Steel and Guidance. Mewtwo EX, of course, ×1, and of course that Sigilift with the Safeguard, who can also do some problems to your opponent EXs. And the last Pokemon in this deck is a Rushing Retreat Keldeo, so just to be able to get rid of those poisoned counters and the damage from those special conditions. From item cards, running 2 Bicycles. Because with this deck you'll be able to draw a lot of cards, so having Bicycle in my opinion is very good. Ace Spec, of course, Computer Search, no need to talk too many about that. Also running like just the 3 copies of Dark Patch. I have no space in deck for the 4th one, so I also want to have some other tech cards, so that's the reason why I'm running 3 of them. So with the Dark Patch you can accelerate pretty much one of the basic Darkness energies to one of your benched Pokemons. Escape Rope, always good to have in your deck, same as 2 copies of Junk Arm. Also 1 copy of Max Potion, very, very good card, because you have that Hydreigon and you can basically remove energies from one Pokemon to other, and then basically just heal all damage with the Max Potion. So in my opinion, very good. And with the Junk Arm, you can just ease it use it easily from your discard pile and do it a few times. But also with the Sableye Junk Hunt, you can just put those cards back into your hand. Also Pokemon Catcher ×1. Also having like 2 rare candies, so you can go from Dino into Hydreigon with a single turn. Must-have card in Legacy is of course Tool Scrapper, because you can scrap 2 tools attached to any Pokemon in play. It can also be your or your opponent. Of course, Ultra Balls 4. From supporter cards, I'm running 1 Colress. For draft support, of course, there's also 1 Getsis, who will give me the opportunity to review my opponent's hand and pretty much discard all his item cards I found there and pretty much draw the same number of cards that I discarded his trainer cards. Getsis is very good in the Legacy, trust me, it's a very good card. You can definitely get benefit from playing Getsis. Also running just a single N, who can also be the good one. In my opinion, 1N as a tech is very good. Also, there is 1 Pokemon Collector. If you can start with the Pokemon Collector, you can definitely do the great job. Basically, you can search your deck for up to 3 basic Pokemons and put them onto your hand. So you can actually grab 3 basics, which can also be EXs. Also running 2 Professors Oak New Theories and the 2 Junipers for the draw support. There's also 1 Twins. The reason why I'm running Twins is just so I can actually grab any 2 cards from my deck. So basically, if I have like more prize cards left than my opponent, I can search my deck for any 2 cards and put them into my hand. So basically, I can grab Darkrai and Darkrai Legend and put it into my hand and basically play it without getting in trouble to find them. Also having 2 Dark Claw is very good because I can increase the damage for 20, 4 Blend Energies of course, and 8 basic Darkness Energies. So very interesting deck list. This is my Darkrai Legend box, who can actually respond to any deck in the Legacy format in my opinion. So if you're looking for any of these cards, you can find them on CCGCastle.com. You can also find the link in my video description and get 5% discount on your purchase by typing TCG Center 5 code. So if you're looking to buy something, you can definitely try that. So yeah, pretty much let's do some game tests so you can actually see how this deck will work in the action. So see you in the game. Alright guys, let's do this. So I will call the heads as usual. Hopefully I can start first. Alright, so let's see the opening 7 cards. There is no basic. Alright, there's just a 1 piece of Darkrai and Darkrai Legend, but they cannot be played, so let's get 7 new cards. Alright, so there's Dino, and Zweilous. So I guess not that good. So let's take a look. Oh, there's Genesect on the other side. I guess I will play my computer search right here without thinking too much for that Juniper, and I will actually throw out everything right here. I'm going to play my Juniper. I really don't care about my Darkrai and Darkrai Legend for now. I will just attach 1 of the energy cards and Juniper for 7. So there's a Genesect, definitely can be played. Hopefully that Getsis is going to be very big on the next turn, but probably will not be. So there's 1 Grass Energy and he can just use that Call for Family, which is not that bad, especially not bad in the Legacy. So you can search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Really good card. So there's a Call for Family, so I guess I could see what my opponent have in his deck, and I can also see his strategy. So there's Virizion, there's Genesect. Alright, so let's take a look with the Getsis. So there's Ultra Ball, there's G-Booster, there is Juniper. Alright, so I also see some Hypnotoxic Lasers. I'm going to play my Ultra Ball. And I'm going to take Jirachi, of course. Attach 1 more energy card, this time to my Genesect. I'm going to play my Jirachi, but this time Jirachi will be for that Oak New Theory. So I can actually preserve my Dark Patches. So far I cannot play my Oak New Theory. So hopefully for the next turn, oh, it would be very good if I could top deck something like a Rare Candy maybe, or even better, Darkrai. Getting Darkrai as a top deck is just so good. I know that my opponent can retreat and basically attach energy. Oh, there is a red signal, so I can see my Jirachi in the active spot right now. Oh no, he decided to go with the Genesect, very interesting. And there is a Verbing City Gym and Professor Juniper for 7. Alright, so he discarded Junk Arm and 2 Grass Energies, which is very important for him. There is a G Booster, alright, and an Energy Switch, so he can move energy from his Genesect in the active spot to his Genesect EX on the bench. And there is Escape Rope, so that means that I can force my opponent to promote something like his Genesect into the active spot, but I guess I don't want to do that yet, so I will just play my Oak New Theory for 6. There is a Darkrai, which is good. There is a Dark Patch, which is even better. But pretty much nothing else. So I'm going to play my Ultra Ball for one of my Zweilous. I definitely need to get my Zweilous in play, but look at this. I don't have Zweilous. So I think it's time for that Sableye or maybe even a Mewtwo EX. Mewtwo can do a lot of damage, or maybe even better option would be to take that Reshiram, put it onto the bench. Of course, I'm going to retreat onto my Dino. I don't want to take any punishment or any damage counters to my Genesect. And all I really need is a Rare Candy and the Hydreigon, so I can actually use my Dark Trance, surprise my opponent with the Reshiram, and basically one-hit knock out his Genesect. So this is definitely a big move that probably my opponent didn't wait and didn't expect. So there's a lost removal. Oh no, my goodness. I'm going to lose one of my blend energies from play. And there is a Sky Arrow Bridge, which means that he can retreat and hit for 100 and spread 20 damage to one of my benched Pokemons. That lost removal was definitely a big deal right here. So Skyline I will assume for probably another drop supporter. Yes, there is a Juniper. If there was not that lost removal from my opponent, I would definitely get some benefit. So I'm going to promote my Genesect into the active spot. I would be able probably next turn to knock him out with my Reshiram. Maybe not, who knows. A top deck is a catcher, but I'm going to play my Oak New Theory. I don't want to play catcher yet. So look at this. I could not believe in that. So yeah, pretty much I would be able to knock out my opponent with my Reshiram, but in this situation, probably I'm going to pretend like I don't have energies, or force my opponent actually to attack my Reshiram. So I'm going to put my Darkrai on the bench. I'm not going to search my deck for the Sigilyph yet, because my opponent actually have the G Booster and he can go through my Safeguard. So I will just see what my opponent will do in this situation. I mean, I don't have enough energy, so if he actually decide to, basically there is a Super Road, so he can put those Grass Energies back. If he actually decide to use his G Booster right there, he can hit for 200 and knock out my Reshiram, which will lead him to discard 2 of his energies. Basically, this is not bad for him because he is safe that Outrage will not hit him. Basically, Megala Cannon. Oh, he made a rookie mistake right here, actually. Yeah, he made a rookie mistake right here. I cannot believe in that. So, a very rookie mistake from my opponent. I really don't know why he didn't just go with G Booster for 200. Because right now I can just easily... Oh, first I'm going to remove 1 energy onto my Darkrai. Because right now I can just easily knock out his Genesect right here for 240. And yeah, he just realized that he made a misplay. So you can see right now how Reshiram is very important in this build and in this deck, especially against Genesect. So let's move to the game number 2. Alright guys, so welcome to the game number 2. So I lost the coin flip, which means that my opponent probably will start first. So let's take a look. Alright, so starting with the Sableye in the active spot, but pretty much nothing else good in my hand. So something like an Ultra Ball would be definitely very good. On the other side, it's a Darkrai. Alright, so let's take a look. Oh, actually, taking some maybe Terrakions with Retaliation would be good, but then I don't have Fighting Energy for it, and that's a little bit tricky. So there is a Zorua, so actually it's a Zoroark. Alright, so I know it's a Zoroark Darkrai, and probably that Psychic in the loading screen will be Sigilyph. That's just my opinion. So a Silver Mirror for my opponent Zorua and a Floatstone for a Darkrai. So very nice, very nice. I mean, attaching Floatstone to Darkrai is always like I don't know what to say about that. I mean, you definitely don't want to attach Floatstone on your Darkrai, because Darkrai actually have that Dark Lock ability, which can just retreat itself. So I'm going to play right here just a big Juniper for 7. Unfortunately, I didn't pull anything good in my opening hand, but I can definitely bring back some of these resources. So this will be Ultra Ball for another Dino and 1 Blend Energy, unfortunately, for that Darkrai. And I'm going to actually play... And I'm actually going to play my Dark Patch, and after that Bicycle for 2. So for 3, let's see what I can get with my Bicycle. Escape Probe, not that bad at all. So I'm going to play my Junk Hunt, and I will pick back a Bicycle, of course, and a Rare Candy. So, So basically, I'm going to play my Ultra Ball right here next turn, and I'm going to evolve my Hydreigon. There is very strong Brutal Bash Zoroark. It's actually not the Full Play Zoroark, which is good. So the game plan is... there's a N. So there's no game plan because my opponent actually ends me. I would just go with my Ultra Ball for Hydreigon, and then I would just try to get Darkrai in the active spot. So there's a Catcher, and there's a Heads, and there's a Dino in the active spot, and there could be just a Brutal Bash, and he could just knock out my Dino right here, so that would happen. Alright, so he can hit for 60, that's enough for that Brutal Bash. Unfortunately, I don't have another Dino in play. Who knows if I even have it in my deck. And to be honest, what I'm going to promote into the active spot is, of course, my Sableye, because I'm going to play right here my Tool Scrapper, just because I can. And I actually managed to get another Dino, which is good. So I'm going to play right here, maybe even Collector, that would be good. So I will pick a Sigilyph, another Darkrai, and that's pretty much all. I want to have one space maybe for something like maybe Mewtwo, but maybe even Jirachi if I will need it for later. And I will just play a Junk Hunt right here, so I'm going to put something like an Ultra Ball. Yeah, basically Ultra Ball can work, and a Bicycle into my hand. And basically with the Ultra Ball I can search my deck for maybe even Darkrai Cresselia piece and put him on the bench. And yeah, I can play Bicycle after that, and I can even still have a Oak New Theory for 6, so in my opinion not that bad. So there's Bicycle for my opponent for 2. So far he can hit for 60 because he don't have one more Darkness Pokemon in play. Yeah, that's pretty much all that he can do right there. Hitting for 60, which will mean that my Sableye can actually survive. So there's an Oak New Theory, which will give him the opportunity to take 6 new cards and maybe find another Darkness Pokemon. So let's see that. So there's a Dark Claw. Dark Claw also works, so that will be a knockout. Okay, not bad. So I'm going to promote, of course, my Darkrai into the active spot, and let's see So there's an Ultra Ball, so I'm going to play my Ultra Ball right here, and I'm going to take a big risk. So there is no another piece of puzzle, which means I'm screwed. Let's take another Mewtwo and put it on the bench. Where is my another piece of puzzle? So Bicycle for 2, very nice, rare candy, into Hydreigon, and after that I'm going to roll with my Oak Newterior for 6. 6 fresh new cards. There is Energy, there is Darkrai. It couldn't get better than these, to be honest. There's even Bicycle for 1, but for now I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to spread 30 damage onto his Mewtwo. It's very important, because I can hit for 140 with my Hydreigon, Dragon Blast, and I can one-hit knock out his Mewtwo EX, which is very big threat right there. And maybe I could even do that with my Pokemon Catcher on my next turn, and that would definitely be GG for my opponent, I would assume that. So I guess the best thing for him right now is maybe to try to put some damage counters on my Darkrai, apply some pressure with his Mewtwo EX. But on the other side, after he do that, he will definitely lose all of his attackers. He will not be able, without Dark Patch, to do any damage to me. So there is a Super Oath. He can bring back one line of the Zoroark. You definitely need to have some Dark Patches in this deck, so you can actually accelerate and surprise your opponent in a single shot turn. And basically, Brutal Bash can hit for 140 maximum, which is good because my Hydreigon is 150. But there is also Verbing City Gym play for my opponent, so that can also be very, very, very tricky for myself, and I need to be very cautious. So there is also Dark Patch and a huge Colress for 7. All right. So I guess if I can get rid of his Mewtwo, I can do a good job. Unfortunately for him, he managed to get Tails. So there is one more Zero in play. But yeah, I'm going to discard 2 of energies. I can definitely power up my Darkrai in just a single turn. This is not a big deal. So I can definitely do a great job right here. But I need to get first some resource. Oh, so he's going to hit me with the Brutal Bash right there. Very interesting. Alright, Brutal Bash for 80. 30 from the poison. Another rare candy. I'm going to play pretty much Darkrai on the bench because I'm very desperate right here. I need to get something with that Bicycle. Oh, not the Ultra Ball. I'm going to play my Pokemon Catcher, and I'm going to knock out his Mewtwo. So I'm going to knock out his Mewtwo right here with my Hydreigon. Basically, I decide to do that. It's a little bit risky if you ask me, but at least I will take 2 prizes. Oh, I could actually even knock him out with my Mewtwo, and I didn't count on that. And I guess I cannot retreat anymore, so I'm going to play my Dark Trance. I totally forget about that Mewtwo play. But never mind. Dragon Blast will do the job. So he basically needs to have like a lot of resources in play to be able to knock out actually my Hydreigon. So I'm going to put 2 prizes. One of them is Computer Search, and other is Keldeo, which is not bad. So yeah, basically he can hit for now for the 80. And Verbig City 110. Darkrai 130, and one more Pokemon on the bench 150. But he needs to get so much resources to be able to do that, and I'm not sure if that is going to happen for my opponent. On the other side, I have that Computer Surge, which can actually be easily Juniper for 7, I guess. So even I do a tiny misplay right here, I can still battle, and I'm still in good position. So there is 1 Darkness Energy for that Zorua, and he will try to paralyze me. And he actually managed to do that. But the good thing is that I can still use my Dark Trance. Let's see. I don't need Zwelos, I don't need Rare Candy, that's for sure, but I need... Oh, Colress might be good. Yeah, Colress might be even better, but... Do I really need Keldeo? Yes, probably I will need Keldeo for late game. And I'm going to play my Colress right here for 8. There's Escape Rope, which is good. I can get rid of my Dark Trance. First I'm going to play my Junk Arm for Twins and N. Second, of course, for Dark Patch, I need some energies. I'll actually get Quick Recover right here, so I'm going to put that Dark Patch on my Darkrai, and I'm going to play Escape Rope. Let's see what my opponent will promote into the active spot. I'll start to attack right here, right away, straight away. If he decides to promote his Zoroark, I will just game with my Darkrai, with my actually Darklow, and knock him out, but he actually decided to promote Zorua, which is more rational explanation. Let's go with the Dark Trance. Alright, and I guess this one will go to another Darkrai. This will be a very big deal right here. So Night Spear and 30 to his Zoroark. And I guess I'm in very good position right now because I just need to take like 2 more prizes. And basically I can knock out right now his Zoroark in the active spot and his Zorua on the bench, and this will pretty much brings me a victory. So I'm very close and very short to the victory. Yeah, Zoroark is definitely a good one. That Dark Rush and Brutal Bash can hit for a lot of damage, and yeah, his best bet is just to hit with his Zoroark. But yeah, it's not enough damage counters to be able to knock out my Darkrai, and yeah, I pretty much managed to win. So yeah, 2 short games for that Darkrai Legend Box Legacy deck. I hope you guys enjoy watching it. Sorry for the video that is not longer much more, because it's very hard to play Legacy and find competitive hard decks online, because the Legacy format is not so playable online. I noticed that a lot of people actually does not play Legacy on the online. So yeah, I do my best to record actually 2 best matchups actually I managed to record today. So once again, that was my Darkrai Legend box for Legacy. I hope you enjoy watching it. Don't forget to hit that like button or dislike button. You have very interesting list in front of you, so you can definitely try this out if you play Legacy. So once again, till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.